Hello Flosstube, it's Victoria, the Happy Stitching Nurse. It is June 22nd, 2021. This is Flosstube number 9 for me, the correct Flosstube number 9. I am going to be doing a little bit of a PSA at the moment. It seems like every time I try to film myself, I break out in a hot flash. And then I start waving myself, and then I start all over. Well, if it happens this time, everybody gets to suffer with me. Just FYI, okay? Doesn't help that the sun has landed. I think it's next door neighbor to me, and we've been living here in Vegas at well over 110, 115 degrees. And so I'm not doing so hot with this hot weather. Needless to say, not only is it hot, but I'm having to wear one of my hockey sweaters for the Golden Knights because they're playing. Yes, I am filming while there is a game going on. That is how much I love this community. So I wanted to say thank you to everybody who has tuned in for the first time. Everybody who has subscribed. I appreciate everybody. Thank you, thank you. Thank you for the beautiful comments. Thank you for the thumbs up. And while I'm in the middle of doing thanks, I want to send a shout out to Chrisxrossstitch. I'm trying to not cry. He gave me a shout out today, and it couldn't have been better timing because I had a hospice case today that has been haunting me, and I came home a little bit bummed out, and he gave me a shout out, and I screamed like a little girl, like a little fangirl, and so it made my day. So I just want to say thank you for doing that. This is part of what this I appreciate out of this community. It's a beautiful community, and so I just wanted to say thank you for that shout out. It meant a lot to me, and it helped to brighten my day. And he's a blast. So watching him, it was great because I had a few good laughs, and it helped to just cheer me up after the end of my day. So I want to say thank you. And while I'm at it, I am really hoping that my new microphone, actually it's not really new, that it's working. I purchased this microphone because my son was telling me, get this microphone because it's better than the microphone on your phone. So I have been using it on several of my videos, plugging it in. Needless to say, there is an app that goes with it that I wasn't utilizing. So I don't think that the mic was doing anything for me. Now I'm using that app. So when I'm done filming, maybe I'll see a difference or hear a difference in my filming. Not only did I get that mic, but because of some of the things my son had me watching, I purchased this little pop filter, which I have yet to attach to it, but apparently it gets rid of the p sounds. Sorry if people are offended just now, because I know some ASMR people or sound sensitive people, I might have just hurt your ears at the moment. This is supposed to get rid of that little pop. So if I've figured out my mic at this point, considering I've done at least 6 videos thinking that I've been using it when I haven't. Apparently I'm not as tech savvy as I thought. I will research into using this thing so you don't get the little clicky sound or how it dulls that. So, and then I have to do a shout out to my bestie from work, my coworker. She gave me this scarf. I had to wear it. Stormtrooper. Star. There I go. Me and my star. Stormtrooper. She got me this scarf. And so I wanted to wear it and put a shout out to her. Thank you, Deb. I really appreciate it. And at the moment, I wanted to mention that I didn't post on Sunday like I typically do. Saturday, I was thinking I would do a video, but with this heat and the wind that we've been having, I think it was a combination of all of that, along with my allergies. I had a massive headache. And then Sunday, of course, being Father's Day, had to go over to my parents. And my dad, who is 91 years old, we had to spend some time with him now that everybody's vaccinated. And we got to do a Father's Day with him this year. And so we had a lot of fun there. Took my grandson, threw him into the pool, let him get some energy out. And that's, a lot of my day got soaked up there. And I was outside watching him, so the heat just sucked the energy out of me. So my sister typically puts out a video. I think she was not feeling all that great at that time as well. So she hasn't put one out. So I'm just going to do a shout out to her. If people want to see the person who taught me how to cross stitch, Can-Am Stitcher, my sister, Sarah. And then if you want to see Martha Stewart level of FFOs, my sister, Sarah, because you're not going to get Martha Stewart level of FFOs. In fact, at this point, I don't really even have any FFOs. I have FOs, but no FFOs. I'm working on it. I think that's what she's pushing for my challenge for July, is to have an FFO. So I do have a project that does need a frame. So I'll probably hold on to that. Well, no. If I find a frame, I'll probably put it in the frame. I have just had issues finding a frame. That's all. Anyway, I am going to talk about some cross stitch at this point. So part of my sister challenge that she kind of helped bring up for the month of June is only one start. And I was starting the Quaker Christmas Stitch Along. So I will show that in a little bit. We can only have the one start. And for an entire week, we could have a project that we would work on, a focus project. We could have our new start as a focus project, or we could have something that we've already started as a focus project. So that way it gave us a chance to have two things to work on. So before the month started, I threw a couple of stitches into this pattern that was given to me from my daughter and my grandson at Mother's Day. Oh, now I've got this blinding light coming in because I cracked open my curtains. Anyway, crazy cat lady. Somehow I'm a crazy cat lady. I have one cat. My son has one cat, and my daughter has one cat. So that makes us a house with 3 cats, but somehow it makes me the crazy cat lady. Go figure. Anyway, I threw a couple of stitches on at the end of May, so I would have a work in progress. So here is my, try to get out of that blinding light, crazy cat lady right here. And as you can see, it's a finished object, but it's not an FFO. I'm not my sister, Sarah. She'll probably be putting up all sorts of pictures doing origami with her cross stitch Whereas me, I'm just like, oh, here, it's got a ring. Yay. All right, time to move on. Need to get over myself. So, since I finished that project, I could work on a different work in progress alongside my Quaker Christmas. So the other project that I was focusing on was my toy box, Heaven and Earth. Now, it might not look like loads were done, but I know I did a few hundred stitches on this thing. Here it is. And you'll probably see what I had up here. And you're going to have to pardon me. I've got to close that curtain. Hold on. There we go. Short intermission over. I have put the gates up to try to block out the bowels of Mordor from coming in. Anyway, this is, good Lord. Apparently I didn't close the right area. So here it is. Confetti. Confetti. Oh yeah, confetti. If I had one of those little pop things, that would have less confetti in it than what I've been dealing with here. It doesn't look like there would be a lot of confetti in this window. There is. There's a whole bunch of little yellows and blues and... I endured. And then, frankly, I think there's one stitch in here. One or two stitches where I could have sworn I had the thread. I'm going to have to get some floss. Yeah. It's an excuse to go spend some more money. Anyway. Yeah. I could not locate it. I could have sworn I marked everything off as I went and had it all kitted up. But yeah. Not only that, but they're just like a one stitch or two stitch type of thing for these flosses. So yeah. Anybody out there feel my pain? Anybody else experience that? If you have, please let me know. Make a comment. Because it was a little painful. Yeah. So then I have made some progress on my Quaker Christmas stitch along. Here it is. Oh, good Lord. I had to take another intermission. As you can see, Mordor is making its way through. I opened up a different area just so there would be some light. Closed the area that was doing a spotlight in the center here. Anyway, I'm hoping that the intermissions are done at this point. I'm going to be piecing things together. Here is the progress on my Quaker Christmas stitch along. So not as far as I would like to have gotten. It's being hot and miserable here. And when I'm getting home, I'm just laying under the fan in the family room. Even with the air conditioning on, I'm like dying. Mind you, it doesn't help that my thermostat is connected to the electric company, and they go on this saver mode, and I end up going onto the app on my phone and overriding that saver mode, because if I could marry air conditioning, I would marry air conditioning. That's how I feel about air conditioning. Yeah. So now I am going to move along to a small haul that I have. It's not very large, but as you can hear, I've got some beads going on over here. I purchased some fabric, which is now causing me a dilemma. Part of the reason for that dilemma is I had purchased a couple of patterns. They arrived from 123Stitch. Now, I intentionally did not buy fabric to go with it because I knew I was stuck on this one project that I could start for the month, and I did not want to tempt myself. And so now I contemplate why I listened to my sister. But I took on this challenge for this month. Next month is going to be free for all, because I don't know how people can do monogamous stitching. I really don't. Hats off to you people. Hats off. Like I've said before, I see a shiny new object, or I see a squirrel, and I'm like a dog. Squirrel. That's me. I'm confessing. That is. Anyway, so I had purchased the Oh Canada pattern. Then I went ahead and I purchased fabric through 123stitch, and it arrived. It is this 14 count mixed berry Jobelan. Right here. So it's kind of got this blue and a little bit of purplish. I'm not sure how well it's coming through. It's nothing like the color that was on the pattern for the Oh Canada. I was looking for like a $5 bill, $10 bill kind of combination look. And so this is what I went with. So this fabric, since it's arrived, has been talking to me. It's saying, stitch me, stitch me. And I can't, because it was the only one start for the month. And my one start was that Quaker Christmas Stitch Along. So yeah, that is my dilemma with this fabric, because now it's calling to me. It's wanting some floss. It's feeling lonely. Anyway, rest of my haul. The patterns that I did not buy fabric for. One of them I did buy beads for, but I didn't buy the fabric because I would have been tempted to start it. So thanks to Lisa from Cross by Floss and watching all of her memorabilias, I just fell in love. Yeah, she was so proud of herself of being an enabler. Thank you. Anyway, I got this Mermaid perfume memorabilia right here. All these beautiful beads that go through there. So I would have started this had I had the fabric and the beads, but I controlled myself. See, there goes number 2. We had one go by, number 2 go by. So the next pattern that I purchased, the next memorabilia, was Winter White Santa right here. I thought he was awesome. So he comes with a bead inside for the little star on the Christmas tree here. And I went ahead and got all of his little beads. And I refrained from buying the fabric, knowing full well I probably wouldn't be able to control myself. So I got these little shiny beauties. And I have yet to actually work with beads. I do have a different sleighing elf that I have not finished, partly because it's, you know, the parameters that my sister decided to challenge me. No, okay. I'm sure I'm going to hear about that one. We both agreed on it. We talked about it. I fall for sister pressure, and I fell for it. She made it sound cool. Went along with it. I still love her. I do. So here's some other beads. Not too many of them. Well, let's see. There's that one. I think there's another package like the first one, or maybe they were a different size. Some of them look little itty bitty, so it's a good thing I have my boyfriend glasses, you know. Those are, yeah, those are different because the other one says size 8 on it. So it came with those. Then on his, where is his pattern at? On his little staff here, I don't know if you can quite see it, but there's a lot of these type of beads on there. So I'll be doing a lot of beading for that staff of his, and especially up at the top. So he has a lot of these small bugle beads. Well, they're not really small. They're more like tubes. So this will be interesting. And then, let's see. I've got these aqua ones, I think. They probably have a different name than aqua, but these ones that will go on him. Then these beautiful red beads. Oh, I saw those ones and I was like, oh, those are too pretty. And then there's these really cool crystal treasure. It's number 13051. Really sexy name there. 13051. You'd think they'd come up with a sexier name, but no, let's give it a number. So I think you can see it in there. Hopefully you can see it. So 3 of those go in this pattern. So I got 3 of those. And that is the extent of my haul. I still need to go and get some floss for my other project, but at this point, because it's a new week, I can probably hold off on that. I will continue to work on my Quaker Christmas, and the other project that I will work on, if I don't work on the Quaker Christmas, will probably be, once again, my little penguin pals. So there you have it. I'm sure this is a longer video than what I have typically done. I usually like to keep these a little bit on the shorter end. For those of you who don't know, yes, I am a nurse, hence the reason I'm called Victoria, the Happy Stitching Nurse. I do work in a hospital. I'm not really going to go too in depth with that. I spoke a little bit about it up front. My sister, she and I do stitching together. We FaceTime each other. We're both in 2 different states. We are originally from Canada. So right now, the fact that I'm filming when there's a hockey game going on, when hockey is my religion, lets you know how I feel about this community. I think it is an awesome community, and I appreciate everybody that shares what they're doing, shares tips, tricks, issues that they're having. Like I said, God bless those people who are monogamous stitchers. I have no words. They are saints. I don't know how you do it. Anyway, if anybody has questions for me, if they're curious about me, go ahead, put it in the comments. Depending on what it is, I may or might not answer it. Depends on how personal it is. Let me see. Give you a little bit about myself. I've got 3 grown children. 2 of them are living with me, and one of them's got a little baggage, a little side baggage with her. Not really baggage. I mean, he's not baggage, but he's a 6-year-old, my grandson. He's interesting. He likes to play lots on Sundays. I watch him on Sundays. And, oh, that is one of the things I did purchase. I don't know where I put it. Anyway, my grandson recently, since he turned 6, he got what's called Beyblades. It's kind of like these little tops. They spin. And you put them into a little arena and they battle each other and they bounce off each other, and whoever stops twirling the first is the loser. So I went ahead and I bought myself a Beyblade so I could compete with him, and he was so excited because he saw that I was getting it, and it cracks me up because he doesn't call them Beyblades. He calls them Blades. And so I just let him call them Blades. Can't break his heart. Kind of like my son when he was little. He thought that butter came from butterflies. It was too cute. I couldn't tell him that it didn't come from butterflies. So anyway, that's just a little bit about me. Anyway, I just want to say thank you once again to everybody who watches and subscribes. Another shout out to Chrisxrossstitch, or Chrisxrossstitch, yes. Oh my word. It's been a day. But anyway, Chris, you made my day by that shout out. You have no idea. It was awesome. Thank you. Anyway, everybody stay safe, stay healthy out there, and be kind to one another. Thank you. Until next time. Good night.